Hey guys, I'm in a U-Haul truck, aggressively tackling my honey-do list for my wonderful lady. And I wanted to make this video real quick. One of my followers sent me a video of Senator John Kennedy from the great state of Louisiana that's got two towns that you might want to visit. And that's it. No offense, but it's the truth. If you don't know John Kennedy, he's the pencil dick poser with the fake Southern accent. I don't know what they're doing down there. And that's not how he really talks. There's like videos of him talking in his regular voice. He pretends to be more Southern than he is. He's the second most embarrassing Kennedy in the U.S. government right now. Anyway, he's talking about Doge. He's talking about President Elon Musk. And he, Elon Musk is doing a fine job. He's finding waste in government, just a sing-songy pussy imbecile. But anyway, he's praising Elon Musk, and he found waste in this department, and we gave $1.5 million to LGBTQ people in India. And first, let me say this. Is there waste and excess in the U.S. government? You bet your ass there is. Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle? Does 50 pounds of flour make a big biscuit? Yeah, the U.S. government wastes money. That's what the U.S. government does. But nearly all of that waste is in the military-industrial complex. Buying pencils for $80, etc., etc. We've all heard those stories. That's where most of the budgetary spending goes. Nobody cuts it in either party. Nobody even talks of cutting it other than somebody like Bernie Sanders. We have military bases in fucking every country. And I'm not trying to sound like Donald Trump. I'm not an isolationist. I support us supporting our allies, because if you don't support Ukraine, Russia will take over. If you don't support Israel, Russia will. If you don't support Saudi Arabia, you know what I mean? It's geopolitical chess, unfortunately, and Russia is not the solution. They're the fucking problem, and they always have been. If it weren't for Russia's aggression, we wouldn't have to be involved in all of these countries. And John Kennedy is talking about us sending aid to Afghanistan. Yeah, because we fucking destroyed their country for 20 years and accomplished nothing. And by the way, everybody wants to talk about Biden fumbling the pullout of Afghanistan. Biden's not the one that negotiated all of that shit. Trump did. He invited the fucking Taliban to Camp David on 9/11 and negotiated the pullout of Afghanistan and negotiated the release of 5,000 Taliban fighters. So tell me all about that, alpha male patriot bald eagle dudes. Huh? Quit playing pocket pool in your camouflage cargo shorts and answer that one for me. 5,000 Taliban fighters freed. Is that alpha male bald eagle machine gun stuff? Is that Jesus America stuff? You fucking simpleton. But yeah, John Kennedy wants to talk about all this waste. You know what he fails to mention during his conversation about waste? He's talking about 1.5 million to this or that. You know what he doesn't mention? The 15 fucking billion with a B, bitch. B like bitch, John. 15 billion that we've given to Elon Musk. Elon Musk, who is not an American-born citizen. He's a South African rich kid, a soft-handed, silver spoon rich kid who's never worked a fucking day in his life. Had everything handed to him by his emerald mining apartheid daddy in South Africa, and then came over and made a fortune exploiting other people's brilliant ideas and pretending they were his, while underpaying and mistreating his workers. And our government gave him $15 billion to do it, and that's not enough. So now he wants to audit all these agencies. Guess which ones he wants to audit? The ones who are actively investigating him for all the fucking laws that he's broken, from labor to fiduciary, because he is a douchiary. John Kennedy forgot to mention that shit. How did you forget that, John? How did you forget that 15 billion, John? Did you just leave it out because you're a dishonest fuck? Seems like that's probably the case, huh? Elon Musk is an unelected, unapproved, South African, ketamine-addicted, doughy white, ghost pale, soft-handed, silver spoon pussy with no legal right to view any of this shit. He's not elected, he's not congressionally approved, and him or his imaginary department isn't the entity responsible for editing and auditing these departments. Never has been, never will be. It's unconstitutional and it's illegal. And if you want to pretend that you're the party of fiscal responsibility and rule of law, you think this ketamine-addicted multi-billionaire, almost trillionaire, who fires his employees, treats people like shit, has tons of labor lawsuits against him for treating his people like shit and paying them like shit and firing them with no notice and no cause. You think that guy is auditing these agencies because he's planning to send you a check, Billy Bob? You think this fucking castle-dwelling mega yacht billionaire gives a fuck about your roofing job or your pressure washing business? Then you're even fucking dumber than you look, and you look real dumb. And guess what? Every one of these agencies he's investigating or he's auditing, they're all investigating him for all his various crimes, such as the FAA, the head of the FAA that they fired day one had just held Elon accountable for a spaceship explosion that threatened the lives of tons of passenger flights and people on the ground. And they fined him a measly $300,000. Not that big of a deal to somebody that has the kind of money that he has. But he was so furious that someone would confront him and hold him responsible and accountable for anything. He demanded that the guy get fired, and he did. And now there have been 3 or is it 4 fatal airplane crashes in, 2 weeks? And we hadn't had one in 16 years before that? Does that sound like some Doge efficiency to you guys? Everybody cool with that? Everybody cool with a fucking South African ketamine addict deciding whether or not you get your Social Security or your Medicare or Medicaid? Y'all cool with that? How those egg prices going? How those gas prices going? If you think this is going to benefit you in any way, you're one of the dumbest people in American history. Go fuck yourself.